Learning to do well teaches the art of life. You see, because if you just stay stationary, you don't become very much in life. Learning is something that people really enjoy. We call it education. It's wonderful to be educated. Think about that. They may be able to, you might lose your job, might lose everything, but it can never take away your education. Because you see, it's in you forever. So learning to do well teaches the art of life. You see, man, the species called man, is defined as a being who learns. What's the difference between us and animals? Animals are moved by instinct. Notice what we do, we have to learn everything, but we never stop learning. An animal or a creature is moved by instinct to do certain things even as a baby. And then it may learn to hunt, but it gets to a certain place and stops. But man is ever increasing because he's made in the image of God. And what I mean by man, I mean by mankind, the human race. Man is the being that you could define who learns. Learns what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and how to do it. And when the Lord said learn to do well, that really ministered to me, because you see, I'm not in the ministry by instinct. When I move in the gifts of the Spirit, it's not by instinct. It's learning to hear the voice of God. Learning to manifest what he says in his word on a daily basis. If he says, I'm blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed going in, blessed going out, I have to learn to produce that. I have to learn to minister in that area. Now, God spoke this in the Old Testament and brought it over into the New Testament. God expected us to grow to the fullness of the stature of who he is. Now, you might have somebody who you really esteem high in the faith, and that's wonderful. But there's someone much higher than that person, and that's Jesus Christ himself. And God said you had the ability. He said, be ye therefore imitators of God as dear children. Now, you've heard people say this, he acts just like his daddy. Or she acts just like her mama. Well, see, she learned to do that. It wasn't an instinct, see, like in an animal. You have to learn. You have to teach children certain things so that they learn to do what God wants them to do, as well as become a great citizen or a responsible citizen in their community. So man is defined as a being who learns. Learning to do well teaches the art of life. We never stop learning. Man is the being that you can define who learns. Learns what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and how to do it. Knowledge, power, and skill are attained only through attention, diligence, and perseverance. Everyone has a calling. What has God called you to do? Hey, I can do that.
Available on DVD and as a digital download. Order your copy today.